You know what hurts the most about turning 80? It's not the wrinkles. It's not the gray hair. It's not even the slow steps or the quiet house. The thing that hurts the most is realizing how many years I wasted being careless with money. I'm 80 years old now. I've lived a long life. I've seen wars, recessions, rising markets, falling markets, opportunities that could have changed everything. And if I could go back and talk to my younger self, the man who was 20, full of dreams, full of energy, but completely clueless about money, I would grab him by the shoulders and say one sentence: "You have no idea how powerful time is." Because my biggest money regret isn't that I didn't earn enough. It's that I didn't understand money early enough. Let me tell you a story. When I was 22 years old, I got my first real job. Nothing fancy, just a simple office job. I remember the first paycheck I ever held in my hand. It felt like freedom, like the world had finally opened its doors. And what did I do with that money? I spent it. New clothes, fancy dinners, weekend trips, things I thought made me look successful. And every month I told myself the same lie: I'll start saving later, later, later when I earn more, later when life settles down, later when I'm older. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Later is the most expensive word in the world, because while I was spending, time was passing, years passed. At 25 I was still saying later. At 30 I was still saying later. At 35 life got busy. Kids, bills, responsibilities, and suddenly saving money didn't feel easy anymore. Here's something I wish someone had explained to me when I was young. Money has a strange ability. When you give it time, it grows quietly, almost magically. A equal sign P, 1 plus RN, back enum T. This simple idea is what the wealthy understand. Not complicated trading, not gambling in markets, just the power of compounding. Let me explain it in a way my younger self would understand. Imagine a 20-year-old who saves just $200 every month. Nothing extraordinary, just a small, consistent habit. Now imagine he invests it and earns an average return. If he continues this simple habit for decades, that small money grows into something huge. But if he waits until he's 40 to start, he may save more money every month, but he will still end up with less. Why? Because time was doing the real work, and I didn't understand that. I thought wealth came from working harder, so I worked harder, long hours, extra shifts, weekend overtime. I believed the more I worked, the richer I would become, but something strange kept happening. Every time my income increased, my lifestyle increased too. Bigger house, better car, more expensive habits. I wasn't building wealth. I was upgrading my expenses. And society encourages this. People will clap for you when you buy a new car. People will admire your new phone. But nobody celebrates the man quietly investing every month. Nobody praises the person building wealth slowly. But here's what I learned after 80 years on this planet. The quiet decisions you make with money shape your entire life. Let me tell you about my friend Daniel. Daniel and I started working at the same company, same salary, same age, same opportunities. But Daniel had one habit that seemed boring to everyone. He invested every month, no matter what. He didn't care if the market went up. He didn't panic when the market went down. He just kept investing, month after month, year after year. At the time, I thought he was missing out on life. While I was buying things, Daniel was buying assets. While I was spending, Daniel was investing. While I was chasing comfort, Daniel was building freedom. Fast forward 40 years. Daniel retired early. He wasn't a genius. He wasn't lucky. He simply respected time, and time rewarded him. Meanwhile, I was still working, still worrying, still trading hours for money. And that realization hit me like a truck. You see, money is not just about buying things. Money is about buying freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to say no. Freedom to rest. Freedom to live life on your own terms. But if you never build wealth, that freedom never arrives. Another mistake I made was believing investing was risky, so I avoided it. I kept my money sitting in a bank account doing nothing. Meanwhile, inflation slowly stole its value, year after year, quietly, silently. Money that could have been growing was shrinking. But the biggest lesson I learned about money is this: your mindset determines your financial future. When I was young, I thought like a consumer. Consumers spend, investors build. Consumers chase status, investors chase freedom. Consumers ask, what can I buy? Investors ask, what can I own? That small difference in thinking changes everything. Let me be honest with you. There were moments in my life when I had opportunities, real opportunities. A friend once invited me to invest in a small business. I refused. It seemed risky. Another time, someone told me about investing in land outside the city. I laughed. Who would want land out there? Today, that land is worth millions. Opportunities don't always look obvious in the moment. But people who understand money pay attention. They think long term, and that's another thing I wish I understood earlier. Most people think short term with money. They ask questions like, how can I get rich this year? How can I double my money quickly? But wealth rarely works that way. Real wealth is boring. It's slow, it's consistent, it's disciplined. It's the quiet decision to invest when no one is watching. It's the patience to let time do its work. If you're watching this right now and you're in your 20s, you are richer than you think, not because of money, because of time. Time is the most powerful financial asset you have. If you're in your 30s, you still have a huge advantage, but you must start now. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. If you're in your 40s or 50s, don't panic, but understand something important. Your strategy must become intentional, because time becomes more valuable with every passing year. And if you're watching this and you're older, like me, remember this: it's never too late to become wiser, even if we cannot change the past. But the young people listening today, they can. They can avoid the mistakes that cost me decades. They can build a future that gives them choices. Let me tell you the truth I learned after 80 years. Money doesn't care how smart you are. Money doesn't care about your excuses. Money rewards discipline. Money rewards patience. Money rewards consistency. Not once, not twice, but every single month for years. If I could restart my life, I wouldn't chase luxury. I wouldn't chase status. I wouldn't chase things. I would chase ownership. I would buy assets, businesses, investments, things that grow while I sleep. Because the real secret of wealth is simple. Your money must work harder than you do. And the earlier it starts working, the more freedom it builds. Today I sit in a quiet house. My children have their own lives. My career is long behind me. And sometimes I look back and imagine a different life, a life where I understood money earlier, a life where I invested earlier, a life where I respected time. But regret can only teach. It cannot change the past. So I'm telling you this story for one reason, so that one day, when you reach my age, you don't look back with the same regret. You look back with pride. Pride that you started early. Pride that you made smart decisions. Pride that you built something lasting. Because the truth is simple. The best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. The second best time is today. So if you're listening to an 80-year-old man right now, remember this one sentence. Don't wait until life teaches you the hard way. Start building your future today. Invest. Be patient. Think long term. And give your money the one thing I wasted for too long: time.